Kia ora everyone. Look at all this beautiful spring growth around. This hillside was just bare, like, it's not pine needles, I think these are loose satanica trees, but bare ground only a few weeks ago. I actually thought I'd come to the wrong part of the property, but looking out and it's just green everywhere. Beautiful. It's kind of wet, very muggy. I'm just walking with the big freaking backpack that I'm getting my back used to. With the dog as well. I would show you the dog, but she's gone as she gets loose rein around here, as the whole surrounding of the property is actually fenced off, so she can just run through the bush, which is incredible. There's a couple of things I actually wanted to talk about. One is basically just saying that I actually want to be doing more videos out of nature like this. Being out of nature is what I love doing, one of the things. And I'm just well aware that, especially when I sit down in a room and talking to a camera about something that I'm passionate about, I'm well aware that it can be like very intense and very preachy as well. Something that I'm constantly having to be aware of in my life is kind of balancing like wanting to share and help all these things and people with things that I'm passionate about, and actually just chilling out, being more relaxed as well, and you know, you can still do these things but doing it in just a more gentle way, I suppose, as well. Yeah, and yeah, so I just kind of want to be film things as I'm out and about, if something comes to mind that I want to talk about. And I mean, this was kind of always my intention, but I always just let myself get so riled up and passionate about things that when I talk about it, it can seem intense. Very aware of that. I also just want to be yeah, just showing cool stuff more as well, and things that I think are beautiful, like this forest. This whole property is incredible. I would show it all, and I will show more as I move about in the future, but it's massive, so it'd take a long time for me to carry around. I came to this part of the forest to look for these edible fungi that grow on this property called brain fungi, and they're incredible, but I think it's too late in the year for much. I'm gonna go look at another forest over there. It fries up like tofu. It's really nice, incredible, but it goes quite soft though if you overdo it, so it's real important not to overdo it. But I've eaten lots of them in my time here, and it's really cool. Great to just be able to walk out in the bush, and most I've found at a time is 6 or 7, but they're about the size of my hand, and that fries up to heaps as well. Oh, it's so good just doing it. Some oil, salt, pepper, and paprika, and great. Yeah. Anyway, this is just, yeah, one thing I actually also wanted to talk about is something that I was struggling with earlier today, and even just so much in general in my freaking life, is how easy it is to let how we talk ourselves and the voice that we talk to ourselves in our mind. It's so easy to focus on the negative things and the mistakes that we make, and completely leave out the achievements and strides that we make. I'm thinking about this today because I was just getting smashed with it in the past couple of days. I like to make like macrame necklaces as a hobby, and just every time I try to do a complicated one, and that's what I've been doing over the past couple of days, it oh man, it's so hard. I make so many mistakes. It never turns out exactly how it should look in the end, and all my brain can see is the mistakes that I make, and at the end of it I want to throw the whole fucking thing in the trash, even though I managed to like disconnect from that and then kind of look at it in another light. I was like, oh, it's beautiful. And yeah, there's some mistakes which my brain just focuses on so much because I'm the one that made it. And I see every single mistake there as like what I did wrong, what it could have been. But it was taking away from me seeing the actual beauty of it. And, you know, all my brain could think about was, oh, if you give this to someone, they're going to just see the mistakes and just look at it like crap. And I'm like, nah, man, it's still beautiful, and those mistakes are beautiful too, because I learned a lot from this one, which is really cool to say, because a lot of the other ones I've just been following videos and like not really learning or using my own brain that much. I've pretty much just been following videos, and this time I actually learned a lot what not to do as well, and how to avoid certain mistakes to avoid certain outcomes and whatnot. But it turned out pretty cool. Yeah, it's the most complicated one I've tried yet, and infuriating as hell. Every time I do this stuff, I'm always like, why the fuck have I even taken an interest in this? Like, it's just so hard, and it gets harder and harder the more I try to make cool ones. But I'm so harsh on myself with new things that I'm learning. I just expect myself to be a pro at everything straight away and forget that you're not. It is normal to start out crap at things. That is something that I really need to always remind myself, because I have struggled so much in my life with everything that I pick up, I want to be good at straight away. And when I'm not, it really pisses me off. And it makes me put so many things down straight away. And this has like been a constant cycle that I've gone through my whole life. I'm 23 years old, and kind of only just in the last like 2 years I've really actually been picking things up again that I might have picked up a little bit as a kid, or even just finally actually getting some hobbies and interests and things, and practicing and committing to learning new things, because it terrifies me being crap at things. I think everyone can relate to that. It sucks not knowing what you're doing. Ugh. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah, anyway, this is getting longer than I wanted to make it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm going to be trying to be making more. If I'm putting content out there and you know, putting energy out there into the universe, I want it to be the nice chill kind that people aren't like, oh fuck, this is intense. This isn't because anyone said anything in particular, but just I'm well aware of how intense I can be, sometimes painfully aware. Yeah. Anyway, it sounds like the dog's coming back from her run, and I'm going to put this pack back on my back. Oh man, as soon as I put this on my back, just the weight sunk into my hips and my knees and my legs. It's, ooh, like crushing weight. Most of it's food, which is great, so the more I eat, the further I go, the lighter the bag gets. But you just got to take so much food for 2 weeks on a hike. Like, God damn, man, I got a tent just in case, and I've got, it's not just a regular tent, it's pretty good set, kit out, whatever you want to call it. Happy with it. Done a bit of hiking, but not heaps. This is my first, like, long-term adventure that I'm going on. Long-term, it's not even that long, 2 weeks. Anywho, hope you guys have a great day. Peace and love to you all. Hey, I'm adding this into the video. Don't mind the huffing and puffing as I'm walking with the pack now, you can see. You know, I said that I want to be more gentle with my approach of trying to share things and how I go about putting things out there, and that's exactly that. What I'm wanting to do is just share things with people that have helped me, or that I think are really interesting, that I'm passionate about, or even just share things about me personally, and things that I struggle with that I'm sure everyone else does and can as well. So yeah, I just want to be more gentle with what I'm putting out there, as I don't want to be super intense and pushing people away. I want to be actually opening up and sharing and connecting with things that have helped me and I believe can be of help to others, because that's all I want to do, is put out something out there that might potentially help someone. So yeah, that's all. This is my baby. Wet dog. Wet dog. Pop up, Nilla. Love her to bits. This is Nala's favorite pastime, being a swamp creature. Oh, look at those feet. Loves it. She'll never actually swim where her kind of feet are off the ground, but she loves water. She'll go in water up to like her chest. Hey puppy. Woo. Back to the swamp. She'll sometimes even just drink so much water she makes herself sick. She's funny. Hey Beano. Nice. I'm just wanting to show Nala's trick. She's a big dog, but she can... Nala, under. There we go. Look at that. Look at how low that is. That's not even like, it's like a foot maybe off the ground, and big Roddy just slips on under. She's great. Guys, I found one. Oh my god. Hold on. Ugh, just squatting down with like 30 kilos. Oh, it's real rotten. Bummer. That's a brain fungi. But when they either get too wet or too old, they go all squishy because they go to spore and then spread their little spore goodies. This looks a lot more like a puffball, actually. I think it was growing this way and then got knocked over. Usually it doesn't have the sticky outy bit on top. This is not a good example, but also this is This is actually, oh my gosh, hold on, sorry, oh, that was a big squat. Whew, that was just coming up with 30 kilos on my back from full squat. Yeah, this is the part of the forest that I was looking for. I actually was in the wrong part of the forest before. Still the same trees, so similar biome, but yeah, this is the mushy forest. I'm still on the prowl, and I was like, oh, I see one. Let's go. Turns out that this video's turned into a foraging video. This is cool. Again, not a good example because it's gone to spore. Oh man, I should have got here a couple of days sooner. This is all, it's all turned to mush. Bad day to be looking. It's actually rained yesterday and today, so these are, don't they look, I mean, they kind of just look like clay right now, but usually they look like brains, I promise you. That's why they're called brain fungi. Bugger. Wish I had been a day or two sooner and I could have shown you all these cool edible New Zealand fungi. Here's a little better condition one. Nah, alright, I'm just continuing to show you crap ones. They're all too wet. Another time. See ya for another foraging video. Woo! As I said, those are bad examples. Don't go eating mushrooms because you saw something like that on a video. Also, yeah, in New Zealand they look like those little puffball things people call them. Kind of look like puffballs, a little different. Yeah, please don't go thinking something looks remotely like something you saw on something that Quinn showed me sometime and eating it, being like, oh man, I got poisoned because of Quinn's misinformation. So, yeah, just disclaimer I want to put on there. Please don't go eating mushrooms because I showed you one rotten bad example of a mushroom sometime. Yeah, figure out what you're eating first, especially in terms of fungi. Look at this beautiful oak forest where we live. Can't wait to see this in full bloom. I arrived here right at the end of autumn, at the start of winter, and I mean, it was freaking magnificent. Even like this, it's so incredible and fun. You can't really see the mountains in the background, it's real misty. Anyway, I'm just about back home, pouring sweat. It's hot. Gonna go for a cold swim. Peace. Ooh. Man, taking that back off, you feel light, like you can fly. I keep coming back and adding more, but yeah, I just wanted to add kind of like a summary, if you will. I'm pouring sweat, of let's just remember to be gentle and kind and aware of the energy and whatnot that we're putting out there into the universe, especially if we're wanting other people to be receptive of it and even potentially learn from it, because people aren't going to learn from things if they think it's a threat or just intense. It's not going to let people let their guard down and properly take in information. And also, just the second thing that I mentioned, more relating to myself, but let's just, oh man, remember that you got to start somewhere, and that you got to be crap at something before you can get good at it. You can't be good straight away. Some people are good at stuff straight away. I've been good at stuff straight away in the past, and I think that's why I kind of expect it to happen with everything, and it doesn't, and it frustrates the hell out of me, and it's been a massive problem that I've dealt with my entire life. So yeah, let's just remember to be kind to ourselves and gentle with ourselves as well. At times, also at times, be driven, and even if you are like, I suck at that, have the mental fortitude and the drive to keep going. That's what I keep having to remind myself, is just keep going. Whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you're trying to do, even if it's hard, just keep going. You got this. You got to be bad to get good, if you want to use those words. Yeah, anywho, this is actual final entry. Gonna go swim. Peace and love.